Today we will talk about such rare and valuable Jefferson nickel that can thin your pocket, so let's get started. The 1963 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark. A humble 5-cent piece? Maybe to the untrained eye. But to the passionate coin collector and the true connoisseur of history, this coin is nothing short of a hidden treasure. The Jefferson nickel has been in production since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It was created to honor one of America's founding fathers and third president, Thomas Jefferson. The coin features his left-facing portrait on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. The 1963 version of this coin is particularly intriguing, and not just because of its age. It's the story behind it, the rarity in certain conditions, and the condition itself that can make it highly desirable. In 1963, these nickels were minted in two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. But here's what makes the Philadelphia coins stand out. They bear no mint mark. A Jefferson nickel with no mint mark from 1963 means it was struck in Philadelphia, the original birthplace of American coinage. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this specific coin valuable if there were millions made? That's where the excitement begins. The value isn't just in the coin itself. It lies in the condition and the grade. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those graded by professional services as MS66 or MS67, are incredibly rare. Collectors and investors alike go crazy over coins with sharp details, no scratches, and original mint luster. A 1963 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark, graded MS67 full steps, is one of the hardest to find. Full steps refers to the number of clearly visible steps on Monticello, something that's difficult to strike perfectly, and that's why those with full steps command high premiums. Over the years, auctions have shown just how valuable this coin can be. While most circulated examples sell for just a few cents above face value, uncirculated, high-grade coins have fetched hundreds, and in rare cases, even over $1,000. Yes, you heard that right. One small coin, just 5 cents in your pocket, could bring in more than $1,000 if it's in the right condition. The 1963 No Mintmark nickel represents more than money, it represents history. It's a snapshot of a time when America was booming post-World War II, when every detail in a coin mattered, and when minting imperfections became prized rarities over time. Collectors love this coin because of its accessibility and the thrill of the hunt. Anyone might stumble across one in an old change jar, in a drawer, or in an inherited collection. Imagine the thrill of discovering such a valuable piece of history hiding in plain sight. That's what makes this journey so exhilarating. So, is the 1963 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark valuable? Absolutely. But more than that, it's a story of design, legacy, and the timeless excitement of coin collecting. Its real value is both in the metal and the memory, the craftsmanship and the curiosity it inspires. You might have one right now without even realizing it. And if that coin happens to be in mint state condition, you could be holding a miniature fortune. So don't underestimate that little nickel. It might be the golden opportunity you've been waiting for. And let's not forget, Jefferson himself was a symbol of knowledge, persistence, and legacy. What better tribute than to have his face grace a coin that continues to teach us about patience, attention to detail, and the rewards of curiosity. Grading your coin is key. Get it appraised, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC, and see if it ranks among the elite. If it does, auction houses and collectors might be lining up, ready to offer you a price you never imagined possible. This isn't just a coin. It's a conversation piece, a collector's dream, a relic of American history. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most extraordinary things come in the most ordinary forms. Hold that nickel close. Examine it. Cherish it. And if it meets the mark, it could be your entry into the world of numismatic legends. So, the next time you check your change, don't look away too quickly. Because the 1963 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark is not just worth keeping, it might be worth a fortune. Next up, the 1965 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark. It may look like an ordinary coin, but this 5-cent treasure holds a story full of legacy, rarity, and a powerful potential for future value. The Jefferson Nickel series has been a proud part of American coinage since 1938, replacing the beloved Buffalo nickel. Designed by artist Felix Schlag, the Jefferson Nickel was created to honor Thomas Jefferson, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence and the third President of the United States. His portrait graces the obverse of the coin, while his home, Monticello, is proudly displayed on the reverse. The year 1965 was a turning point in U.S. coin history. This was the year when the United States Mint made critical changes in response to a national coin shortage. The Mint temporarily removed mint marks from coins and focused on striking coins as efficiently as possible to meet the growing demand. As a result, every Jefferson nickel produced in 1965 bears no mint mark, regardless of whether it was made in Philadelphia or Denver. This makes the 1965 No Mintmark nickel a fascinating artifact from a historic era. But there's more. The real treasure lies in the condition of the coin. While millions were minted, very few have survived in perfect, uncirculated condition. This is where collectors get excited. Coins in near-perfect shape, with sharp detail and full original luster, are rare and valuable. Coins that have never been touched, stored properly, and graded at mint state 66 or higher can bring in premium prices in the collector's market. High-grade examples with full steps on Monticello, the clear, complete steps at the base of Jefferson's home, are especially sought after. These are very difficult to find for the 1965 nickel, making them extremely desirable to serious collectors. A 1965 Jefferson nickel with full steps in MS66 or MS67 condition can be worth hundreds of dollars today. That's right, what started as a humble 5-cent piece can be worth hundreds if it meets the right criteria. And that's just the beginning. As the years go by, coins from the mid-1960s continue to gain more attention from collectors. Many were spent and worn down, but the few that were preserved in pristine condition are becoming rarer with every passing year. This increases their value dramatically and sets the stage for powerful future growth in price. So can the 1965 Jefferson nickel become even more valuable in the future? Absolutely. As the collector market grows and more people become aware of the importance of condition and rarity, these nickels will only rise in demand. If you hold one in top-grade condition, you could be holding a serious investment that increases in value over time. Today, depending on the condition and grading, this coin can fetch anywhere from a few dollars up to $3,000 or more in auctions or private sales. Coins graded MS67 full steps are incredibly hard to find, and collectors are always watching for them. Imagine turning a coin you found in an old box or inherited from a relative into a high-ticket sale. That's the magic of numismatics. The Jefferson nickel from 1965 isn't just a coin, it's a time capsule. It holds the story of a country trying to manage economic challenges and transition into a modern minting era. Each coin from this year without a mint mark reminds us of a moment when America adapted to change, and that story makes the coin even more meaningful. Coins like these are the hidden gems in collections. They might not shine with silver or gold, but they glow with history and untapped potential. The key is in recognizing the value before the rest of the world catches on. That's where the true coin hunter finds the greatest rewards. Get your coin evaluated. Look closely. Check the steps of Monticello. Preserve it properly, and consider having it graded by a professional service. If your coin ranks among the top condition examples, you could be sitting on a future treasure. And remember, values don't remain still. As demand increases and availability decreases, coins that once sold for $2,000 could soar beyond $5,000 or more in the coming years. Especially if the coin market continues its upward trend, which many experts believe it will. This is your chance to see the value before others do. This is your opportunity to hold onto a piece of American history that could reward you in ways you never expected. Coins like the 1965 Jefferson nickel are more than currency, they're silent investments waiting to speak their worth. Let's not underestimate the power of patience, the thrill of collecting, and the hidden stories inside every piece of metal we carry. This 1965 nickel tells a tale of adaptation, history, and rising value, a true symbol of quiet strength. So whether you're a new collector or a longtime enthusiast, Don't overlook the coin in your palm. That simple 5-cent piece could be your window to history and a potential payday. Next up, the 1966 Jefferson Nickel with no mint mark. This 5-cent piece may seem ordinary at first glance, but once you know its story, its rarity, and its incredible potential, you'll never look at small change the same way again. The Jefferson nickel has been a part of American coinage since 1938. It was created to replace the Buffalo nickel and to honor one of the founding fathers of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. His forward-thinking vision, intellectual brilliance, and leadership are immortalized on this coin, with his portrait on the front and his Virginia estate, Monticello, on the back. The year 1966 was no ordinary year for U.S. coinage. Just like in 1965, the United States Mint was responding to a national coin shortage and a rising demand for everyday currency. In order to speed up production and discourage hoarding, the Mint made a bold decision: remove mint marks from coins temporarily. That's why you won't find any mint mark on the 1966 Jefferson nickel, even though it was produced in both Philadelphia and Denver. This alone makes the coin a special part of American monetary history. But what makes this coin valuable isn't just its history. It's also about the way collectors and investors view it today. Many people around the world, from novice collectors to seasoned experts, are actively searching for high-grade versions of the 1966 Jefferson nickel. The demand is real and growing, especially for coins in brilliant, uncirculated condition. So how many people want this coin? More than you might imagine. Online coin auctions, collector forums, and trading groups are filled with enthusiasts who recognize the value of this historic nickel. It's not uncommon for bidding wars to break out over pristine examples, especially those that show sharp detail and that elusive, full steps designation, the clear, uninterrupted steps on Monticello that are so difficult to strike perfectly. While circulated 1966 nickels might only bring a modest return, it's the high-grade specimens that truly shine. Coins graded by professional services like NGC or PCGS at MS66 or higher, especially with full steps, can sell for hundreds of dollars. In some rare cases, collectors have paid up to $7,500 for a top-condition 1966 Jefferson nickel. That's a massive return on a 5-cent coin, and it's what makes this coin such an exciting opportunity for collectors and sellers alike. But let's talk about potential. This coin is from an era that's becoming more and more important to modern collectors. As younger generations enter the hobby, interest in mid-20th century coins is booming. With that increased attention comes increased value. The 1966 Jefferson nickel, especially those preserved in mint state condition, is only going to get rarer as time goes on. Think about it. Most of these nickels were spent, tossed in jars, handled roughly, and worn down through daily use. Only a tiny fraction were carefully stored and protected from the start. Those are the coins that collectors want today, and those are the coins that are setting record prices at auctions. Every time a high-grade 1966 Jefferson nickel hits the market, there's buzz. Collectors recognize the limited supply and jump at the chance to add such a piece to their collection. You don't need a cabinet full of coins to strike gold. You only need that one perfect coin, and this nickel could be it. From its creation during a time of national transition to its growing desirability among coin enthusiasts today, the 1966 Jefferson nickel stands tall as a valuable piece of American coinage. It represents a unique combination of accessibility and rarity, something everyday people can still discover and serious collectors still chase. You may be asking, is its value truly high? The answer is a confident yes, especially when you understand that rarity, historical significance, and condition drive the coin market. And the 1966 nickel checks all three boxes. Whether you're holding one in a change jar or buying one from a collection, this coin can be a smart investment with long-term potential. The best part? Its journey is far from over. As more collectors recognize its importance, and as fewer mint state coins remain available, the price of this coin is poised to rise. It's a sleeper hit, a coin that's quietly building value with every passing year. So what can it be worth? Right now, top-graded versions can sell for hundreds, and over time, if demand continues to increase, values could reach well beyond the $10,000 mark. Imagine holding on to a 1966 nickel today and watching its value double, triple, or more in the years to come. That's the kind of reward collectors dream of. This isn't just about money, it's about legacy. When you hold a coin like this, you're holding a piece of American resilience, innovation, and history. A symbol of a time when the country was adapting and pushing forward. A coin with purpose and now with power. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't overlook the coins you already have. Check your change. Revisit your old collections. Because the 1966 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark might just be the hidden gem that turns your pocket change into pure profit. Stay curious, stay motivated, and stay on the hunt. Your next big find could be just 5 cents away.